Let's take a look at the future tense, its regular conjugations, and how the future tense is used. As I have said many times, by now you should already know the subject pronouns and which ones are first, second, third person and which ones are singular and plural. You should also be aware of the three Spanish verb categories, AR, ER, and IR, and you should know that each group of verbs have their own endings depending on the tense, mood, and subject being used. So how are verbs conjugated in the future tense? We simply maintain the verb in its infinitive form, and then add the respective future ending to that infinitive, depending on which subject is being used. So this is different than the present, preterite, or imperfect conjugations. Unlike those three, the future as well as the conditional do not remove the infinitive verb endings. They simply maintain the infinitive and then add their own respective endings to that infinitive afterwards. All three verb groups share one set of common future tense endings. They are has, hemos, eis, han. So we're going to start off with the AR verb hablar as an example. We simply take that infinitive and add the respective endings we see above. They are hablaré, hablarás, hablará, hablaremos, hablaréis, hablarán. With the ER verb comer, we do the same thing. We take that infinitive and simply add the respective endings we see above. Comeré, comerás, comerá, comeremos, comeréis, comerán. And for the IR verb vivir, we again take that infinitive and simply add the respective future tense endings we see above. Vivire, vivirás, vivirá, viviremos, viviréis, vivirán. So when is the future tense used? Well, what do you think? Obviously, when talking about the future. Será un gran hombre. Sacaremos buenas notas. Volveré en una semana. You can also use it for conjectures, possibilities, and probabilities. Estará casado ahora. Viajarán a Portugal ahora. And this is not as commonly used, but you could use it for solemn commands as well. Me escucharás. No serás grosero a mis amigos. I did mention in the lesson on the present tense that you can still use the present tense when referring to events in the very near future or events that are certain to happen. Tomo la prueba en una hora. Viajo a España en una semana. Es obvio que el sol sube y baja mañana. So again, if an event will occur in the very near future or if it is certain to happen, you can still use the present tense. Of course, there are irregular verbs which do not simply follow the pattern of taking the infinitive and adding the respective future endings afterwards. We will cover these irregular future verbs in Unit 3. And like the future tense, the conditional will also add its own respective endings to the infinitive form of verbs, rather than removing the AR, ER, and IR infinitive endings. We also have the informal future. This is formed by using the irregular verb ir, followed by the preposition a, and then followed by an infinitive. So I'm going to show you the irregular present tense conjugations of ir. They are voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, van. And some examples of the informal future we have voy a ir al parque. Vas a escribir 2 páginas. Tus padres van a salir después de cenar. Now, the expression ir a is not only limited to the present tense. You could also use it in the preterite or imperfect, for example. But for now, I just wanted to give you a basic idea of how the informal future is used with the expression ir a. And hopefully you now have a good understanding of the future tense and how it is used. As I always say, I would very much appreciate it if you can share this video series with your friends and teachers. And that is all for now, so until next time.